was no way. Hey there, and welcome back to Those Nights at Rachel's, this time on the hard version of the game. I'm not really sure what actually changes difficulty-wise, but hopefully we'll actually be able to get a better idea of how the gameplay loop will actually be like, because at least in my experience with the normal version of the game, Rachel barely left or did anything, and I barely had any interactions with Ray the Raccoon. So maybe that'll change here. Now I'm not sure if anything else changes with hard mode here as you start a new game. It could just be difficulty, which honestly,
hello and welcome to your...
oh no, we're skipping that. I'm not even sure if I want to, what's it called? Well, the ambience has really changed, that much is sure. Already got jumps. What? Oh, so even they get a aesthetic change, and you're already, hold on, this is actually dangerous. They're already at the doors, the lighting is a lot different. I just wish I could get this little UI thing off here because it's a bit invasive at the moment, but it is night one, so I'm not surprised. I'm not even sure how much I'll commit to doing hard mode. I mean, I'm gonna give it a fair shake, see if I can actually get a good idea as to what's going on gameplay wise, but I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna, like, if it gets too tricky, then, you know, so be it. But I want to give it a proper, you know, look. Right now I am noticing Rachel is kind of gone. I don't know where Rachel went, which is certainly a positive change compared to normal difficulty. And they are very active for night one. See, there's Rachel right now. She actually made her way to the bloody hallway. Okay, we also have Ray, who's certainly in action. We just don't know what that's gonna look like. Check hallways. Oh, I don't like this. Where'd she go? Okay, I think she kind of went back, didn't she? Yep. Okay, she's back. There. Ray, you're doing this again. I don't like it. He's just camping out, trying to ore farm in front of that bloody cabin. Boy, did you move? Hold on, check. Okay, so at least we know she works in this version of the game. Risky move. Oh, shut it. I need to see. Okay, Ray is still there. One thing I'm also noticing, I think. Oh wait, nope, never mind. I was about to say, I thought the camera issues, like with your, you know, like your player, like going back and forth, I thought that was fixed. Not fixed. I mean, frankly, it's a relief because it's something that, again, it's like the normal version of the game, oddly enough, just had Rachel kind of like stun locked, and I don't know, same with Ray. Of course, we also, like, the hard mode difficulty also gives them this, like, phantom aesthetic from FNAF 3, really, which is nice. You know, honestly, I'm kind of surprised that they, I guess at the time, it's interesting that they made hard mode a whole separate, like, executable instead of just having, like, a difficulty setting. Because, you know, you wouldn't normally see that, I suppose, but regardless. This definitely is posing a better challenge, though. Now, I completely forgot to actually put a poll regarding Those Nights at Rachel's 2. I think, honestly, I'm gonna cover it anyway. I mean, we'll see how that goes, honestly, because I'm not really sure what to expect from it at this point in time. I'm gonna do that just in case. Just in case. Never mind, they weren't there. Wait, now you might be there. Or maybe not. You're going back and forth on me now. Okay, Rachel and Doug are now at this main camera here. Time for them to spring into action. Or hell, maybe I might just shut this door, run here, close this. I mean, the curtains are barely moving, but just for security's sake. Okay. Perfect timing. I think she showed up there. I'm certainly not opening that door now. Oh, hide. I think I have to wait for them. Shoot. How do I know when they leave? I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Oh, Lord. I got caught by the bloody raccoon, didn't I? What are the odds? See, even that one's weird because from what I understand, I did the right thing there, right? You have to hide. The only ones you can't hide from are the puppet and Ray. So that explains how I got caught there. But of course, like, he camped me out. Like, what the hell? So yeah, already they gave me 2 very late failures there. I mean, the more and more I think about it is like, Ray has to be like some sort of running character, right? Where maybe, I mean, where would they, like, my guess is if you see Ray here, right? And then they disappear when you look on camera or something, you shut the door on the right. That has to be the key because so far there was no like running sound from what I can tell. And I'm hoping they're not going to expect you to check to see which way they're going. My guess is they're going to always go for this right door here since it's kind of like a straight shot from their cabin, or hut, I guess. Of course, however, you're screwed in that kind of scenario where I hid thinking that, you know, I kind of had to, given, you know, I thought there was someone at my door already. But it screwed me over with the raccoon because obviously the hiding does not work with the raccoon. I don't think I was supposed to hide there, period, but I ended up doing it anyway. Perfect timing there. It's really the only thing you can kind of rely on. If you see the static, you know there's a good chance they showed up at your door. If you're not really paying attention to cameras anyway. Now it's 3 a.m. and the raccoon hasn't shown up, period. 4 a.m. now. So I am doing a really good job at, I guess, repelling them. I don't know if they work like Foxy where watching the camera deters them from making progress, but at least it feels like it right now. Bro, what? That was so quick. I can't get past night 1. Maybe I should just, why did I even bother starting a new game? I could have just started from night 5 and then find out how hard it gets.
Hello and welcome to your...
Literally, I mean, the static happened, right? Either they were there already before that static happened, or they're just that quick, which is crazy. I got one look and it was over immediately. Already this is not looking good for any potential night 5 runs here. I'm struggling this much. It's not even that I'm struggling this much on night 1. It's always 3 runs and it's all been 4 or 5 a.m. So that's so much time I burned because I died so late into the night. It's like, if you're gonna kill me like that, just why did you at the beginning? We were doing so good with Ray too. He wasn't showing up. Also, did I just see the rabbit move Rachel without any static? That's not good. There's no way. There's no way the raccoon went after me. What? That has to be the raccoon jump scare. It's the only character. What? There's no shot. I don't get it. The most inconsistent activity from Ray the Raccoon over here. Like, what the hell? Okay, whenever that laughter happens, sometimes that's right when they decide to show up at the door. So, I'm gonna be proactive. I'm shutting the door ahead of time a little bit. Let's see if they react. Maybe not. Oh, there you go. Yeah, what'd I say? Literally, all I see is a whole bunch of camera. Oh my god, please, character, please, like, fix yourself a little bit. All I see is all these, like, static, like, the static interference on the cameras, and it's like, bro, who's trying to get me? There's so much to keep track of, and I'm worried. 5 a.m. Come on. I don't know where either of them are. It's concerning me. One last time closing it. Okay. No raccoon. Wait, what was that? Okay. Close that door. Nah, no thanks. Oh look, he finally decided to peek his little head. I'm kind of just waiting for it to 6 a.m. I think it's been long enough. Frankly. There we go. Finally. Night 1 done. Alright, well, nothing changes. Here at least we go straight to night 2. I don't think I'm going to be able to beat the game, honestly, at this rate. Yeah, I spent 20 minutes on that first night. So that's already a sign of things to come. Right now my biggest obstacle is just I get worried about whether they're actually on camera or not. Or not on camera necessarily, but like sometimes I worried that they're gonna be at the doors without me noticing until it's too late. And on top of that, I have to manage this clown who may or may not show up. Let's see, how much faster is it now? Oh, it is definitely faster. Oh my god, I thought I heard a cabinet close my door. Oh, my room. Scared the daylights out of me. I think the nerve-wracking part about this also is that you can, like, it's kind of like you can tilt your head to look at the hallway in front of you, but then you have to back away before looking at the side hallways. Like, just turn your bloody head. Ray's acting even weirder on this difficulty, ironically. Get off the cameras, please. I think I glitched the cameras out. Yeah, I think I did. It's okay. But yeah, Ray's like... hell, Ray's arguably even more inactive now. And then it's like, anytime I see like a burst of static, I get worried because of that. They take a while, but... just give them time. Oh, wait. Okay, you open that. Close this, because I get worried thinking that they're going to show up at the door. What's power at? 53%. Alright, hold on. It's child laughter. It could mean they show up at the door. It's possible. Not happening yet, but it is possible. I knew it. There we go. I heard laughter and then more gears, so maybe someone else could show up here. Alright, let's go. Close the curtain. Good. Oh, someone's gonna show up there. I'm not even taking the risk. Sometimes you just gotta use those sound cues. Be like, okay, someone's incoming soon. Hide. Okay, that time I think they left. I'm hoping. They left, and someone else showed up. It's like, good lord, what are the odds that Doug has to try and pull something like that right as I'm dealing with two characters? I think that's honestly the toughest part so far. And of course, I just realized we had to die at like 5 a.m. Oh, that hurts so much. The tricky part there, like especially with this game difficulty, is like the RNG is definitely kicking in a lot more often in terms of like, okay, hold on, anything you can click here? No. In terms of like, you know, now we're seeing them show up at the doors, like multiple characters at once. We're starting to see that happen a lot more often, which is clearly having an effect. Now, the only thing that's like, kind of weird is that I feel like they could, it would have been nice if, for example, if we wanted to see whether they were like okay, we have to close the door to make them go away. If we can't do that, we hide. It would have been nice if the character that, you know, we're trying to hide from actually just walks in a room and then leaves, or there's like a more audible sound cue. At least one time I didn't notice it. The other time I did hear the sound cue and I was like, oh good, but that was bad luck there that we got caught by Doug. But no, it would have been nice to have maybe some sort of visual cue, maybe like having them peek in the office. I'm gonna guess that's for this door. I'm thinking preemptively here. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'm gonna keep going. I'm getting wrecked at like 4 or 5 a.m. multiple times now. It's not great. And I think my most consistent weakness has been when they show up at the doors 2 at a time, because you can hide, but it's tricky to tell when it's safe to stop hiding. And then all of a sudden, like in that other scenario, right, I hide from Rachel only to walk into Doug. Is not a great feeling, but it is definitely a lot tougher, and you actually get to see a lot of the mechanics at play. I still don't know Ray. I still don't know what Ray does. Like, I don't know if they... I mean, it feels like the more... I got jump scared of, what, 2 more times? I think it is a Foxy-like mechanic, where they'll slowly emerge from their little hut and then rush down what I imagine is one of the doors. Maybe the door on the right always. I think that has to be the mechanic, because I can't imagine any other mechanic that would explain why they're able to get me so fast sometimes. It seems like as long as you're looking at that camera in general, you can delay them quite heavily. But again, I think the main difficulty here is really with the doors, because that, along with the fact that you have to put yourself at risk, go and check on the puppet. You can definitely see a lot more of the gameplay and how it's actually like interacting, you know, with how, like, again, like the fact that you have to worry about them showing up at both doors is definitely a lot more it's a lot more obvious how difficult that can get to deal with in hard mode. I have to admit, I didn't think hard mode was gonna be that crazy, but I don't, like, it's a difficult game, I think, in aspect, because like I think part of it is because of how a lot of times you're waiting for like these animations to play through before. You can't really be super snappy in the way of like, you know, left, right with the doors, right? You have to wait for these animations to play out. There's not much audio cues that will, there are audio cues that warn you that they might arrive, but it's not 100%, at least from what I noticed, I don't think. And I don't know, it gets a lot tougher for sure. I don't know. I mean, I feel like this just makes it clear for itself. I don't know. From a gameplay standpoint, it's a bit weird as well for me to get used to, because a lot of it's so drawn out, like I said, with those animations, but it makes for a tricky experience if you don't know how to balance them or keep an eye on them. I think like that was another thing, is like I started to stop keeping an eye on them. I was just constantly focused on Ray, and then I thought, oh, you know, I'll just check my door super often. But that's not foolproof by any means. But of course, with all that said, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, hit that notification bell to keep up to date on future videos. The game will be in the description below as always. With that said, I'll see you in another video. Take care.